nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. We're in the... And
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. The starters for the Portland... Trailblazers pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray, and it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Murray. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
McCollum outside. Kicks it to Covington. From 13, that one no good. Now Denver takes it the other way.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with the speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. It's a 5-point game. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Here's Nurkic. Misses from short range.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oop GA that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot-blocking abilities when he times it up.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Murray against Lillard. Murray, the pass to Jokic. There's the dish to Porter. Back to Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Passes it to Jokic. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
Puts it up off the inbound.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots.
Here's McCollum. Stolen by Gordon. Murray against Powell. And McGee kicks to Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Here's McGee. And at last, they get one to fall.
See, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice it. He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And the basket by McCollum.
He's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
We've got 1:28 left in the first. Rivers kicks to Morris. There's Porter with the 3. Here's Jokic. The pass to Millsap. Out to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. He was all alone on that one.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Collins checked in for Norman Powell. And here are the Nuggets now. 54 seconds left to play here in the first. Barton outside. Back to Morris. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. McCollum outside. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Simons. And it's McCollum in the corner. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Morris outside. Out to the wing. Millsap kicks to Morris. Barton passes to Millsap. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
We've got Will Barton. JaMychal Green is out there with Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Covington's checked in.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at three.
Lobbed up there for Collins.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Denver leading by 8. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Morris. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. He misses the free throw.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
Murray outside. The kick out to Barton. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up with the Nuggets. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Craig, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams.
Oh, look at that range! He got it!
It's he's either crazy or confident for taking that shot. I don't know which one, but call it bucket.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Murray with the bounce pass. Millsap left side. For the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Flushes it down to finish the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Murray outside. Barton outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 8. To the inside. Out to Anthony. It's rebounded by Dozier.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot they're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will light you up from beyond. He's lethal.
And the dunk by Covington.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Murray, good.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And pushing it up, here's Denver. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Murray's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets. Trailblazers shooting 47%, pretty solid. Got a piece of it. Here's Dozier, covered by Anthony. Pass to Dozier. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. Rivers in the corner. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Rivers. The 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Covington kicks to Nurkic. Here's Lillard. McGee with the block.
When we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, well, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Denver. Cantor, he checked in for Portland. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Murray with it. 11 points in the game. Porter looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Down low. Here's McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Gotta love the aggressiveness of McCullough. He doesn't back down from the defense. Embraces getting hit while shooting.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Outside Gordon. Puts up a 3. Traps in the tray. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the coaching staff wants Gordon to keep taking the...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 15. Kenny Hudge. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center filling out the middle. Powell, no one around him, and Portland again with the bucket.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Murray outside, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Murray. Knocks down the 3 ball. Murray's got 14.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Morris is checked in, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Monte Morris. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
On the wing, Porter. Clock at 4. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, you better be mindful of that wingspan that Jokic possesses, especially when he's attacking the backboard.
That's a good break. It's tough to connect on those long-distance passes.
A different look now for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
Morris looking over the floor. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. To halt the run, and he sinks the layup. Nurkic has got his first bucket in this one. The Nuggets leading by 18. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Morris dishes the Bull. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Collins subbed in for Anthony Simons. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Now Morris. Barton outside. Feeds it to Bull. Collins with some nice D. Trailblazers trail by 18 and stolen by Barton. Oh, Morris in position.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
For Portland, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Morris with the ball. Barton kicks to Dozier. Now the pass to Morris. Barton, wide open, he fires. And the 3 off target.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
Collins in the post. Millsap covering. That's good from Collins. On the assist by McCollum.
Strong buckets like this help energize guys. I mean, Collins looking like no one can hold him there.
Morris outside. He kicks it to Barton. Lock at 6. Back to Morris. Shoots over Powell. Here's Millsap. Pass to Dozier. Barton from outside. The shot that time not on target. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Powell. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Millsap with it. Now Anthony defending. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, Denver no good. Trailblazers trail by 18. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Powell. 8 feet away. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nuggets lead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Murray. Jokic is out there with Green, and it's Rivers, and it's Gordon in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Nurkic the pass to Powell. Nurkic can't hit.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
They get it back. Green kicks to Murray. Jokic inside. Working on Nurkic. Gordon for 3. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jermichael Green. And Porter subbed in for Rivers. Oh, look at him play!
Get out the way!
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
Here's Murray. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Outside Gordon. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Man, once Lillard gets going, it's fun to watch. I mean, he attacks with such ferocity.
Now here's Murray. Outside Porter. Jokic passes to Porter. For 3, Murray. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Murray outside. Kicks to Porter. Takes the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. That's 7 points for Michael Porter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
The drive by Nurkic. Here's Covington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The length of Covington, it makes him a difficult guy to guard. Skilled at picking up contact.
And both free throws good for Covington. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. It's an 18-point lead. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Jokic against Covington. With the fadeaway. And it's Jokic missing.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Ball's knocked loose, stolen by McGee. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. No one covering.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Jokic passes to Porter. Offline with his three. Trailblazers trail by 21. Lillard from deep three-point land. Porter pulls it in.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Pass to McGee. Outside Porter. Bounce pass Gordon. Fades and shoots. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. A dominating performance for the Nuggets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jamal Murray.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. Campazzo. And the three ball is good.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Now, that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Launches it. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Portland the other way. And he lobs it up. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Campazzo can't connect from long distance. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Porter is out there with Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Baca is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Murray. Pass to Porter. Back to Murray from downtown. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
George passes to Zubac. George up top, guarded by Porter. Back to Zubac. George finds Zubac. 6 to shoot. Outside Leonard. Sinks the triple.
Well, this guy is never a bad option in a tough situation. Kawhi Leonard under duress. Nicely done.
Jackson against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Fires from deep. Another miss by Jokic.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard inside. He's covered by Murray. Jackson kicks to Leonard. And he gets it to go.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Now here's Jackson. He kicks it to Leonard. Stolen by Gordon. And here's the break. Porter with it. George picks him up, and that one's good by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition. In a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris, fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. Monte Morris comes in for Michael Porter.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
The drive by Jokic. Here's Millsap. It's good.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Shoots from 14, and the Clippers miss again. Denver in the lead. Here's Murray, and the bucket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Clippers trail by 6. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Millsap with the steal. The Nuggets another fast break chance right here. And it's Murray with the jam.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now here's Beverly. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Dozier, defended by Batum. Millsap misses. Beverly for 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Denver on top, up by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown.
Southwest, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Bowles. Monte Morris is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Back to Kennard. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. He dishes it to Batum. Oh, when it... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Barton. Back to Millsap. Unloads from 13. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Give credit to Millsap. As the game has changed for a power forward, so has he, developing a good jump shot from beyond.
Beverly against Morris. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Bull, and the rejection by Cousins.
The aggressive defense by DeMarcus Cousins, not content to just alter it, send it back.
Martin with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Bull, the pass to Barton. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers outside Leonard. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Ibaka, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Boy, it's clear, guys, that Ibaka has worked on that pump fake, takes pride in fooling the defense.
And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Murray against Jackson. And it's Murray penetrating. The kick out to Porter. Jokic passes to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside. And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
Murray, good. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here's George. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Zubac.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Here's Murray. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
He's off on the first.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Clippers trail by 6. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. In the corner, George with it. Dishes to Jackson. The feed to Ibaka. Just 4 to shoot. The 3 from George. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 5.
Well, we knew that Paul George was a long-limbed, exceptional defender coming out of Fresno. His offense, though, has been impressive from the time he has stepped between the lines on the NBA level.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a... And that's...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in a 2-guard. That's the groups the second half for Tyronn Lue. The Nuggets leading by 3. Here's Gordon. Up and in on the layup. Gordon's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Nuggets. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Jackson against Murray. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Lobs it up for Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And a switcher also for Denver. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Murray. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Porter passes to Jokic. Here's the three. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers trail by 5. And here's Leonard from 3. No good there. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Rivers at the elbow. Jokic. Over Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George. Rondo against Murray. Here's Zubac. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Here's Murray. Second shot opportunity. Jokic finds Murray. And yes, it's good. Murray's got 12 points in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Rondo against Murray. Here's Leonard. Porter pulls it in.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Los Angeles on D. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And the pass to Jokic. Puts one up from 19. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Beverly dishes to Batum. And it's Denver with the rebound. Inside, here's Murray. And a wide open look for Porter. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
Well, in addition to everything else that DeMarcus Cousins brings to the game, he can score for you in transition and put pressure at the rim.
Now Murray. 12 points for him. Outside, Porter. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. And the shot goes in. 14 points for him.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
And 1:01 left to play in the third. Now here's Beverly. Cousins. That one misses.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Bull. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Bull with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
A different look for the Clippers. And he makes both free throws. And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 10. Outside, George. Now the dish to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Shot clock at 6. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
How good is Paul George at getting separation? He uses the screen perfectly and sticks it to the defense.
Morris with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. To the inside. Millsap kicks to Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat up. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Monte Morris is out there with Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Green, and it's Bull in its center. Everly with the ball. He's against Morris. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Loads it up for Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
To the middle, here's Kennard. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Dozier's checked in, and it's Will Barton in for Austin Rivers. They're running. Throws it up high.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Feeds it to Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Outside, Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Good work there as it goes. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Oh, Morris in position. Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon's running. That one good for 2. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to McGee. Murray surveying the D.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
George, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
They grabbed their own miss.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
George finds Morris. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight, and George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul, and the Clippers making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Murray against George. Porter in the corner. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
and a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Ibaka, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 19.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Denver.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Campazzo, no good on the three. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Jackson trying to break free. And Leonard gets it to go.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Pass to Dozier. Jokic inside, working on Ibaka. Now, here's Jokic, defended by Ibaka. The fader. And it's Jokic missing. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Kawhi has become one of the smartest offensive players in the game. Understanding use of the shot fake and what it can give you.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. On offense, here are the Nuggets. 15-point game. Barton outside. They kick it out to Green. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Baca is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the small forward. Lillard, the pass to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. And it's Lillard missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Jackson finds Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. The shot by George, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. That's a 2 from Lillard, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
He dishes it to Powell. Back to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Here's the Clippers, trailing by 2. And here's George. Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Nobody near George. A miss that time would have put him up. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Jackson against Lillard. To the paint. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Covington dishes to Nurkic. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Rondo against Lillard. Outside Rondo passes to Leonard. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. A three from McCollum. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Man passes to Ibaka. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. McCollum with the ball. Defended by Ibaka. McCollum passes to Carmelo. The shot's good.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Ande Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Pulls up on the wing. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. And the Clippers miss again.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Anthony. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Down low. Cuts off the pass. And now Anthony pushing it up. Going back to stop him. And stolen by Cousins. Now here's Kennard. Covered by Hollis-Jefferson. Kennard, the pass to Morris. It could go. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
It's all tied in Portland. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Well, before the game.
I think it comes from the
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
We've got Anthony. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Simons, the pass to Collins. And it's Simons missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Rondo with the ball. Now Anthony defending, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Morris outside. There's the triple. That shot off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
McCollum, no good.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Goes up at the stripe. Up again. It's good on the putback. Cousins has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's all Boogie right there on the inside. The shot goes up. He knows where he needs to be and settles in nicely.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Lets it go from deep. Morris with the rebound. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And here's Anthony for 3. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Portland no good that time either. Clippers leading by 4. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Kennard finds Batum. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's McCollum. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
He's a lethal all-around scorer. You have to love the versatility of McCollum's offensive game.
Now here's Beverly. T right on him. Morris. And the Clippers miss again. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Cullen passes to Simons. Kicks it out to Collins. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Morris. This one for 3. Collins grabs the miss. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Covington dishes to McCollum. Back to Covington. Tries again. And that one drops for him. Covington's got it all tied up now for Portland.
Putting those productive habits to work. Covington always eager to contribute on offense.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. And Covington sends it back. Anthony looking it over. Covington trying to break free. And for the Clippers, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Kennard for 3. And that one's good. Cousins.
Yeah, his body is a huge advantage for him, and Cousins uses it so well. First couple steps are pretty quick for a guy his size.
To the left wing. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Collins kicks to McCollum. 6 to shoot. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. McCollum's got 4 this quarter. Beverly with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kennard for 3. The shot misses. It's all tied in Portland. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that should...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
So for the Clippers right now, Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2. Leonard against Powell. Out to Ibaka. There's the pass to Jackson. Dishes it to Leonard. Lets it go from 11. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Lillard finds Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. Passes it to Pop. McCollum outside. Throws back up. That one's not going to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George for three. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Lillard way outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
It's George on the wing, guarded by Powell. And here's Leonard from three. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 4. There's the three. They get it back.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Jackson dishes to George. The tray buries the long-range jumper. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Something sapped them of their energy defensively since halftime. In the first half, out there scrambling, running, hustling. Since then, not so much.
And it's Lillard missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Ibaka finds Leonard. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Jones checked in for McCollum. And then for the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Lillard way outside. The long-distance three is buried. Lillard's got 5.
Now, those are the kind of shots that Lillard, when he gets in these hot streaks throughout the course of a season, gets more and more consistent with.
Mann passes to Rondo. And here's George. Inside, the 11-footer, Leonard. And Leonard stays with it.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Outside, Jones. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 1:05 left here in the third quarter. Beverly against Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Powell dishes to Lillard. To the middle. Here's Jones. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Los Angeles leading by 6. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Batum finds Cousins. Beverly against Nurkic.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball. Lillard's got 8.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
Kennard for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clipper. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Zubac finds Rondo. Here's Jackson. Ibaka right side. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Serge Ibaka. Trailblazers shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Pass to Simons. Rondo against Lillard. The pass to Simons. Shoots from the elbow. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Jackson passes to Mann. Back to Jackson. Clock at 6. Clippers moving the ball around. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Zubac. From the arc. The rebound by Simons. Trailblazers trail by 3. That's a 2 from Lillard. The offensive rebound. Kicks it to Carmelo. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And for the Clippers, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Pass to Jackson. To the inside. Here's Mann, and Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot clock.
Shot clock at 3. Zubac trying to break loose.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Here's Simons, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Simons has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Rondo against Lillard. Out to Ibaka. Mann passes to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Clippers lead by 2.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Nurkic, the pass to Simons. There's the dish to Lillard. Good on the shot.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Rondo looking around. The pass to Mann. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and it's Derek Jones in for Anthony Simons. Lillard against Beverly. And Lillard kicks to Covington. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And it's the Clippers' ball. Passes to George. 54 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Back to Leonard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. And stolen by Cousins. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. It's good.
Cousins with a clutch bucket there.
There's 37 seconds left in the game. Lillard dishes to Anthony. Back to Lillard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Here's Lillard. He kicks it to Covington. Good. A huge shot to tie it up.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now here's Leonard. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Ibaka finds Jackson. Outside, George. That's tipped. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Now Lillard. To take the lead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. George passes to Leonard. McCollum against George. Leonard kicks to George. Another shot, 5 to shoot. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Zubac has got the first basket here in overtime for Los Angeles. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. It's McCollum on the wing. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Pass to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Lillard against Jackson. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Good awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. To the middle. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Kicks it to McCollum from past the arc. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. It's tipped. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
Jackson kicks to George. Back to Leonard. Outside, George. 3-pointer. It's not going to go for him. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 3 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What's your take, guys?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Said, I'm not loyal to a fault. I'm loyal to the person that
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Gordon. Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Murray, and it's Porter in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Now here is McGee. From 13. Rebounded by McCollum.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Now here's Porter. Murray finds Porter, takes a 3. Denver with a new 14. And Jokic gets it to go.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Lillard attacking. Pass to Covington from the stripe. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Now here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, you got to admire how aggressive Lillard is. Terrific at finding a way to get to the charity stripe.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
And the dunk by Covington.
I like to see this. Lillard patient, reading the D. He finds the open man.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, Denver with the triple.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum outside and stolen by Murray. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
Lillard attacking. Over to the left wing. Nurkic finds Lillard. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
A rapper off the court, number 0 from the town, an elite point guard. He has plenty of personality. He's a fun guy to be around.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here is Morris. 6 to shoot. Pulls it from the elbow. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Morris.
Give credit to Millsap. As the game has changed for a power forward, so has he, developing a good jump shot from beyond.
Kicks it out to Lillard. 2 points. That one goes. Lillard's got 9.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He got into double digits. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team's camaraderie.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
The defense spinning in circles. Hard to cover all that ground.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Bowles. Will Barton is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Dozier in at the small forward position. Now, here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The 3. He's off on that one. And it's Portland the other way. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And it's Simons missing. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Outside for Millsap. Drops one in from the wing.
With a solid mid-range shot, Millsap's game does so much more for his team's spacing.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Denver, Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. And Murray subbed in for Morris. Anthony's shot is off. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. And he comes up with the deuce.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Simons surveying the D. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Jokic kicks to Dozier. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Murray outside. Feeds the Bull. Back to Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. And Cantor pulls it down.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Here's Collins. Pass to Cantor. McCollum against Barton. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons.
You know, if you got game, you got game. And we're starting to see more players come from small schools and go on to become special talents like McCullough. You don't see it too often, but it's definitely starting to happen. Shows you what happens when you put in the work.
Outside, Porter lets it go with the 3. Not going to go that time. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Covington. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You can't allow Covington to beat you on the drive. Given his athleticism, you have to clog up these lanes.
For Portland, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Nuggets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Rivers surveying the D. Pass to Porter. Over Powell, and that one's good by Porter. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Inside, Covington dishes to Nurkic. McGee with the block. McCollum against Rivers, and the call. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call,
You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses the three. The drive by Jokic. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Got to respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets ahead, leading by a point. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points. Well, what can you say about... And that's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. Murray, good. Murray's got 12 in the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Gordon kicks to McGee. Outside Porter. But they'll get another chance. Here's Jokic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Powell, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 1 and stolen by Lillard. McCollum against Jokic. Lillard outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And Jokic slams it in.
And when Jokic drives, he's like a freight train with that great physical ability, able to kind of push the defense wherever he wants them to go.
Covington, and Covington stays with it. 11 points in the game.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
And it's Murray penetrating. Here's McGee. The Nuggets have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. That's good from McGee.
Yeah, McGee, he's made an awful lot of stops along the way in his NBA career, but he's been a productive player on just about every team he's played for.
Simons, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. And Morris subbed in for Michael Porter. Lillard fires away from way outside. Powell kicks to Lillard. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down. Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Count that one. Millsap's got 6.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
Morris against Lillard. And he can't jam it through.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
The Nuggets haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. And he knocks down the first one. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. The Nuggets also changing it up. Bol, he's checked in for Gordon. Green comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers in for Jamal Murray. Lillard with no one around. Drills it from outside. He's got 17.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Al Morris. No points in the game yet for him. And there's the pass to Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Rivers hits both of them. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Lillard way outside. And Bol pulls it down.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
At the 10th, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunity.
Lillard scanning the floor. That shot no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Rivers dishes to Millsap. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Trailblazers shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Lets it go. And it's Lillard again missing.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Rivers with it. Pass to Bol. A 3-ball. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Denver holding on to an 8-point lead heading in. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. We've got Will Barton, Paul Millsap out there at Bol. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 3. And the wide open shot from Morris. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard the pass to Pop. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Morris with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And the dunk by Bol.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Lillard from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 20 points.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Here's Barton. Pass to Bol. All sorts of time. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lillard against Morris. Here is Lillard. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Morris looking over the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Bol. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Portland making a change here. Covington's checked in. And a switcher also for Denver. Murray's checked in for Morris. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard misses. Denver leading by 7. That's good from Porter on the assist by Jokic.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And a deep three from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
He's leaning on the three-point shot a little more in this half. Only had one before the break, but he's got 3 of them since then.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Murray outside. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. From deep. And another 3 for Portland.
Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Murray surveying the D. Outside Porter. Murray outside. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Murray for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Lillard, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on these drives.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Now, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Murray outside. Floats one. 4 on the shot clock. Jokic, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lillard from outside. And it's Denver with the rebound. The drive by Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Portland no good that time either. And so here's Denver. 6-point game. Gordon finds Murray. A second chance effort. The pass to Gordon. Here's McGee. Outside Gordon. For 3. Kept alive. Jokic on the follow.
Boy, you better be mindful of that wingspan that Jokic possesses, especially when he's attacking the backboards.
Lillard from outside. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Lillard from deep three-point land. And a miss there on the triple. So the Nuggets win it, and in the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get... Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. Roman the paint. And for the Nuggets, we've got Aaron Gordon. Porter is out there with Jamal Murray. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Jokic in at the 4 slot. Zubac finds George. Back to Zubac. Outside for George. Goes up on the high post. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Jokic missing. Here's Zubac. Leonard, the bounce pass. And stolen by Gordon. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Jokic is running. Wide open look here for Murray. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 4-on-3 break. From 20 feet out. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's Beverley, following the basket by JaVale McGee. And Beverley kicks to Leonard.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray dishes to Porter. Back to Murray. Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Gordon missing. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. From deep, George up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, Paul George able to keep that shot high in the air. This is a dangerous long-range bomber.
Murray outside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Now here's Beverley. Back to Zubac. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's Murray with the jam.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the jets in the open floor.
George with the ball. 5 points in the game. Zubac finds Beverly. Now George. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Kennard for three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Now, here is Morris. From deep three-point range. Millsap passes to Barton. Back to Millsap. It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Batum wide open. He fires. They get it again. Cousins over in the corner. Batum off target with the open look.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Barton. Kicks it to Bull. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
And that one falls for Bull. There's 21 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Morris against Jackson. There's the pass to Kennard. No good with the triple. He gets it up. Unable to get that one. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers. And it's Dozier in at small forward. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Cole comes in for Green. And Barton subbed in for Austin Rivers. Morris against Jackson. Morris inside. Bull kicks to Barton. Floats it up for Millsap.
And one thing about Millsap, he knows his role in this offense. Good shot selection from him on that one.
And here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Morris. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Dozier passes to Bull. Here's Dozier. Millsap trying to get open. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Kennard's got 6 points. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 4. Outside for Millsap. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's Jackson. It's Morris atop the key. Floats it up for Cousins.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
Barton against Kennard. Jackson comes over with the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. Clippers leading by 6. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Here's Morris.
And you don't ever.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
George looking around. Porter with a block, but they recover it. And George, here we go. No good, and he's 3 of 6 from the floor. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Morris outside. 1:30 left now here in the second. Jokic inside, working on Zubac. The score now all even.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Porter against George. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time Porter takes him off the bounce.
Murray's checked in for Morris. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. LA has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Passes it to George. The 3. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
For the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Man passes to Ibaka. Here's Rondo, and it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back.
And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Porter. Now it's a 5-point Denver lead.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Kicks it out to Leonard. They need this. McGee with the block. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Nuggets have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And that one is off. That'll do it for the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the floor.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Murray. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard with the ball. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Shooting off the dribble is probably one of the toughest skills in the NBA, but Kawhi has it mastered. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college, but boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after and he kept working.
Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. Murray against Beverley. Let's go. Jokic trying to free himself up. McGee's shot is off. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym. So he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's Murray after the Clippers pick up 2. And shot on the way. Good. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now here's Murray. Outside Porter. They double him with George. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 6 points.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Beverley finds Ibaka. Here's Leonard, and that one's on target from the wing. He's got 6.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Leonard against Gordon. Murray outside. Over Beverley. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Beverley with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And stolen by Murray. And it's Gordon missing. Clippers trail by 3. A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Gordon dishes to McGee. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 6th rebound on the night. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubats has got 7 rebounds in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Back to Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Morris looking over the floor. Barton against Kennard. Barton kicks to Bolt. Offensive rebound. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-4 run. Jackson against Morris. Now Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shot's good by Kennard. Denver with the ball. Oh, Morris in position. The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. And we've got more. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Austin Rivers is out there with Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's JaMychal Green. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Kennard, the pass to Leonard. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Timeout.
Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Denver calls timeout.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
A different look for Denver. Bowl, he's checked in for Green, and it's Will Barton in for Austin Rivers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high-percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Both free throws good for Millsap. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by the Nuggets. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Bowl dishes to Barton. Morris outside. Back to Barton. The pass to Morris. Bowl with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Nice D from Cousins. Clippers leading by 5. Kennard kicks to Batum. Back to Kennard. 3-pointer. Harden with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. It's good.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Shoots the three. It's good. The basket. He's now 5 for 9.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Murray surveying the D. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Porter against George. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Stolen by Beverly. And George kicks to Zubats. Outside Leonard. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
It's good. And now just a 2-point Clipper lead. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
There's 1:26 left to play in the final quarter. This is it to George. Shot clock at 5. It's up a 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Outside for Murray. And 1:01 left in the game. McGee finds Murray to take the lead. That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Outside Leonard. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
To tie it up. It falls. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And here's George. Clock at 6. Trying to end the drought.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, and the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game. There's not enough time to get a catch and shoot.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Poked away, so it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bright lights and tall buildings of down. And
well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at center. Now here's Lillard. McCollum outside. 5 on the clock from past the arc. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Now here's Lillard. They grab their own miss. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Now Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. And there's the pass to Leonard. Drills the three-pointer. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
McCollum outside. And it's off from three-point range.
Now, so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the three-point shot.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Leonard. He has 6. On the wing, George. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation, and Paul George got it there.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Pass to Powell. Shoots over Leonard. Nobody near Lillard. Off target from outside.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
From deep. Lillard again missing.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
And McCollum launches it from deep. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Clippers have possession. Clippers leading by 5. Jackson passes to George. Outside Leonard. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Powell with it. George picks him up. And here we go. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist from Covington.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Lillard against Jackson. Covington kicks to Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on that one.
His shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Pass to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Down low, Covington with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. McCollum against George. Pass to Zubac. And it's Leonard at the elbow. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers ahead. They lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Morris. Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Batum in at the 3 slot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now here's Beverley. Morris, left side. And Cantor pulls it down.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Now here's Anthony. And the pass to Collins. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony against Batum. Anthony can't hit.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Kennard for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Knocked away. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Batum leading the charge.
Cousins continuing to improve on his defensive awareness and staying active after he clawed away that steal.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. It's McCollum on the wing. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping, the fast break chance. Taken away by Anthony. And they're running. Here's Simons. Got a hand on it. Morris dishes to Beverly. Back to Morris. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Here's Kennard. Over McCollum. Kennard's shot is off.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
One-on-one here. Oh, Morris in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. The 3 from McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
McCollum against Kennard. Cousins trying to free himself up.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
McCollum against Kennard. Fires the three. The offensive rebound passes to Simons. The three from McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
A shot by Batum, no good. And here's the fast break for the three. The tray. Out to Anthony. McCollum outside. Launches it. Buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Fires from deep. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
It's McCollum on the wing. From the arc. The shot missing. No good that time. And we've reached halftime in this one. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the open. And that'll do it for us, the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Yusuf Nurkic, Damian Lillard out there with Jones. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Now, here's George. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And for Portland, they're shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Pass to Nurkic. The feed now to Covington. Kicks to Powell. Lillard has the open look. It's rebounded by Leonard.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Zubac finds Leonard. Outside for George. Leonard on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And a deep 3 from Lillard. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Trailblazers.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 6.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Jackson against Lillard. Jones, no one around him. No good on the triple. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
There you go. Finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Nurkic against Zubac. Back to Jones. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
So Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. At the elbow, it's George. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. Moving it up. And Lillard kicks to Jones. Pass to Powell. Here's Jones. Zubac defending. Here's Nurkic. And he overshot that one, missing. Clippers leading by 5. Jackson dishes to Ibaka. Outside for Jackson. George passes to Zubac. 6 to shoot.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Lillard way outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now, here is George. The dish now to Jackson. Here's Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Three-pointer, Lillard traps in the tray. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Outside Jackson. Here's Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Clippers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. George finds Leonard. Zubac with it. Lobs it up for Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Now Lillard. He has 6. From deep. Lillard again missing. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Portland no good that time either. Shot from the top of the key. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's man. To the paint. Outside for Rondo. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
A lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Ibaka for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's Leonard. After the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Leonard finds Rondo. Now here's Leonard. He's covered closely. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles. McCollum against Kennard. Goes up from the top of the key. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Rondo kicks to Ibaka. Tipped away. Nurkic with the steal. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Shoots. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Clippers leading by 7. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Trying to get open is Ibaka. The shot's good from Kennard.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Now here's McCollum. Simons hits it from three-point range.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Kennard against McCollum. Leonard looking around. Here's man. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Now, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Now here's McCollum. Lets it go with the 3. Oh, drew the foul almost. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Clippers again turning it over. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Lillard fires away from way outside. The long-distance 3 is buried.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Beverly against Lillard. Cousins with it. Batum passes to Kennard. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard from outside. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now, here's Lillard to take the lead. Frames it from downtown.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And George kicks to Jackson. Back to George. He feeds it to Ibaka. A shot off that time. Now here's Lillard. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And for a guy who entered the league as a terrific free throw shooter, Damian Lillard is now among the elite of the elite from the stripe.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a three-point attempt.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, and only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
The 3 from George. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Greg.